Forms in the academic calendar. We had the opportunity to print school stationeries twice. This was in January and in September 2023. This project increased our sales by 1,500,000 Ghana cedis, which is equivalent to $136,363. Due to issues with power fluctuations and its damaging effects on our equipment, we had to spend 59,500 Ghana cedis in resolving them. The Electricity Company of Ghana was contracted to change the underground cables to overhead cables in order to solve our pressing issue. Advent Press has spent a total of 745,507 Ghana cedis, the equivalent of $67,773 on church building. Let us now watch the testimonies from some of the churches.
My name is Jonas Ablo, Elder Jonas Ablo. This Teshi Television SZ. They built this church. That at the time we need help, we consult Advent Press manager, Dr. Pastor Kinso, to help us to roof the building. May God bless him and bless Advent Press to that.
Within the Emmanuel Group, we are so many in Town Church. Advent Press, they could incomo a year or so for Kingsley or Sequedu. Any could incomo, or Chesse, Yamfa, a woman bra. Don't show you to me, I have wine. Ampeni ampa ya dekrata no koy no omotina so through Advent Press ti ene ejira ha na ye da Advent Press ase titru osofo Kingsley ose kwadwo general manager of Advent Press omra ye de ha obeto omanim na omapopu yi omuti na omunya adagre ebe ye yemwa ti e da omase bebre.
This building you see over here is Adventist Girls Senior High School church building at Ntonso. For some time now, we were not able to worship in this building because there were no roofing. By God's grace, through the manager of Advent Press, Pastor Dr. Kingsley Osei, they were able to roof this building for us. And now we worship in it. We thank God for supporting us to roof this building. God bless Advent Press. God bless the man.
Through Samuel Cho, CEO of Everlasting Gospel Publishing Association, we have been able to donate 100,000 copies of Steps to Christ to the Cameroon Union, 50,000 copies to Eastern Nigeria Union Conference, and 40,000 copies to Northern Nigeria Union Conference. 10,000 copies of the Steps to Christ books were distributed by the Ghana National Association of Adventist Students at their inter-colleges games at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. We were also able to print 100,000 copies of The Great Controversy in English, 100,000 more in French, and 20,000 copies in Twi.
Advent Press Production Report for 2023 year-end meeting. This is the Speedmaster 102Z, which has been refurbished recently. Before the refurbishment, we could not print any color job on this machine, but thankfully, after the refurbishment, we are able to do 4 colors. This is the Heidelberg Cord 64. This is a single color machine, meaning it prints 1 color at a time. So if you want to do 4 color job, you need to print the paper 4 times. The rollers were all worn out. The cylinder jacket were off. The sucker bars were also not working. Delivery grippers were all not working. We have replaced all of these, and now we are able to print a full color job on this machine. This is the tight receipt books that we used to test the machine after it had been refurbished. This is the Printmaster 74 2P. The 2P means that it can do 2 colors at a time, and it can also print front and back at the same time. We bought this machine about 2 years ago, and it has served its purpose very well. But then it was realized that the rollers were also worn, so we have bought new set of rollers that we are coming to change. Currently, the engineer is working on the 102 VP, and so we have shelved the replacement of the rollers for the time being. This is the Heidelberg Speedmaster 102 VP. This one is supposed to do 4 colors at a go, but unfortunately the first and the last units are not working, and so we are using it to do a single color job. The advantage this one has is that it can do front and back at the same time. That is the perfecting, and so we are still using it. But then it would be wise for us to get a replacement for this machine so that we can do a 4-color job with 1 pass, and that will help Advent Press to deliver quality job and on schedule. This is the Champion Web machine. This machine prints from real paper to folding, and so after printing front and back, the machine folds and the sheets come out as signatures. These signatures are put together to form a book. We experienced some problems with the first unit blanket cylinder. The worm gear got stuck, and trying to remove it caused a lot of damage to the machine. Fortunately, we have been able to remove the broken part and fix the new one. So the engineer is working to fix the blankets for the operators to run to make sure that the machine is working perfectly. This is the only guillotine machine that Advent Press has at the moment. We are having problems with the electrical cards, and when we inquired from the supplier where if he can provide us with the parts, he advised that we go in for a new one because they have stopped manufacturing the parts for this particular machine. We are asking for quotations from various distributors to find out which ones we can go for and at what price. This is the Miller Martini sewing machine. We have 2 of them. Unfortunately, one is broken down, so we are making do with the one that is working perfectly. Now we are using this one to sew books that are bound in hardcovers. That makes the books last longer. This is the Miller Martini Perfect Binder. This is what we use to do the perfect binding for all our books, especially the adult Bible study guides. We had some challenges with the side gluing device, which was not functioning. So we realized that we need to fix this thing back. Even though we have fixed it, there is a bit of an issue with it, but we are still working on it to get it fixed. The books are collated from the stations, and the base is trimmed, and glue is applied firstly to the base, and then the side gluing attachment adds glue to the side so that when the first cover is open, the book does not spread. That is what makes the binding strong and durable. Our only digital printing machine, the Konica Accurio Press 3070, broke down due to some electrical fluctuations. We have been trying to repair this machine for quite some time now, but we are not making headway. But we are still not giving up. We are still working on it. Due to that, we cannot do any digital printing in-house. We have to give it out as subcontracts to outsiders. We need to fix this machine by any means possible. This is the dryer we recently purchased. What it does is it dries out the liquid in the compressed air that comes into the printing machines. They are controlled by valves, and the compressed air that goes into the valves, when there is water in it, it damages the valves. So the one that came with the main compressor, which is outside, was damaged by the sea breeze. So we thought it wise to have it replaced and brought inside, so that the sea breeze will not have too much effect on it as it has on the one that was outside.
Summary of AdventPress Financial Report 2023. Let's look at the sales figure. AdventPress budgeted an amount of 9.2 million for the sales for 2023. As at now, an actual figure of 13.7 million is made. Comparing the actual for 2023 and 2022, you'll see that AdventPress sales has increased by 102%. Summary of the financial position. Our total asset is increased by 25%. Our total liability is also increased by 130%. And our total net asset is increased by 5%. Though our total liability is increased by 130%, there is still enough total asset to cover up our total liability, making our total net asset increase by this 5%. Let's look at the working capital and liquid assets report. The working capital for AdventPress for 2023 is 14.9 million as compared with 2022, which is 13.8 million. Current asset ratio for 2023 is 2.79:1 and 4.82:1 in 2022. The available working capital has reduced from 461% to 435%. With a policy, your working capital should have a minimum of 6 months, and it is clear that the 2022 was having 27 months and the 2023 was having 26 months. Let's look at the liquid asset side, considering the asset test ratio. The ratio shows that 2023 was 1.2:1 and 2022 was 2.6:1. Available liquid asset for 2023 was 1.8 million as compared with 2022 that was 5.9 million. Available liquid asset in percentage in 2023 is 108% and in 2022 394%. Comparing it with a minimum of 6 months based on the policy, you realize that in 2022 it was 11.82%, in 2023 as at now is 3.25%. We are hoping that by the time the year ends, AdventPress will be able to exceed the minimum of 6 months required by the division NGC.
Pastor Chair, this is the end of our report.